Welcome back to SOS. I'm Staff Sergeant Badass. Alright, today I want to talk about another channel out there that they had. Okay, so they have a channel. It's kind of comedy, and he's got a lot of wit. He's pretty fast talking, and I was subscribed to him before, and I had no idea he had done a video, and it was kind of near the end of the video that he incorporated me into this, and here's the clip from that.
The award for special effects that goes to Step 1 Survival and his use of a lifelike Tyrannosaurus Rex. I'm also going to add in some of Steven Spielberg's T-Rex from Jurassic Park. See if you can spot the difference.
This is blowing Spielberg's mind.
And the award for facial hair of the year goes to Such, who normally sports.
So that's 180-second ideas is the channel. He does a thing called GUNGOSSIP, and he has definitely gotten everyone's attention, and it is a pretty cool channel, and I've grown to like it quite a bit. Just seeing some of the stuff that comes out of it is pretty hilarious. So anyways, this is kind of my little shout out to him, and T-Rex is sporting the boa for him today because of the contest. He said I could do a boa out of anything, so to enter the contest for the drawing. And if any of you are interested in his channel or his contest, and just go check him out. I'll put a link in the description below. But he had to do a selfie, so T-Rex actually took a selfie today, just for. Anyway. All right, enough of that. Let's move you over here. All right, this is the easiest wallet to make. Tandy Leather, that's their kit, and you can get a wallet kit from them. They make different ones, and they're super cheap. And this was donated to the channel. I figured I'd play around with it. I'm not going to do it in this fashion. Not going to happen, because it's got to be my style. So you can do it this way too. I figured I would share. I'm not going to be using the twine that come with the kit. It's real simple the way the instructions are laid out. If you pull the instructions out, it actually comes with this traceable format, you know, so that you can actually lay this stuff down for tooling. You know, if you've got your tooling die and you got your little tools and you tool it out. And there's videos on that stuff that are very time consuming, so I'm not doing one for you. There's your little doodad. It tells you how the wallet is actually laid out in place. Like I said, this is the easiest wallet kit you can do. All right, you put your center insert into here, just like the instruction says. I don't need to get into that because it comes with the instructions. And you get this laid out just like this. This is the back side of that. All right, real simple. And this is your seam that goes across the bottom there. It's that easy, okay? So all you're going to be doing is stitching this up. All right, so now you got a monstrous wallet to carry all your goodies in. All right, now it's just going and picking out some artwork to put on it. Now you want to get this damp. Now you can do this however you want. I'm just going to do it with a sponge. All right, take your sponge. Doesn't matter what type of sponge you want to use. Just like this. Just kind of get it damp. You're not getting it soaked. That's it. I don't need to do the whole thing. I'm proving a point here. You can do the whole thing if you want. All right, just like that. Then I've taken this. Now what you want to do with one of these, I printed this out right off the printer. It was just a logo I found that I thought was cool. You just take and lick the edges. Just like that. And you can tear these off. Just like that. Or you could do it another way. I just wanted some nice straight edges, so I did a fold and then did that. Now I can cut. That's if you don't have some fancy equipment, right? That's why I did that. Alright, and then you just take this, put it where you want it. This is about where I want it, right here. Alright. And then you want to get something to stick it down with. So let me grab something. All right, it's just tape. It's not that big of a deal. All right, then I grab just an ink pen. That way I know where I've already been. And all I do is press over the leather. Basically, you're just tracing out everything on here, just like this. Just like the little dots, just do little circles. Just like that. And I'm going to go over the whole thing like this, okay? It's that simple. All right, I'm done tracing it out. Let's see how it looks. Let me turn you down. There we go. But I just use electrical tape when I do this. It usually turns out good each time. Just be careful removing the electrical tape. I use electrical tape because it's I don't guess it's as sticky as most tapes. I don't have any of that blue painter's tape where I would be using that. Just be easy peeling it up. There you go. It's on there. Now I just need to go over it with my, and you can still do leather dye and all that stuff. I'm still doing all that. I just wanted to share that part with you. Now I need to get my soldering iron and start going over it. Iron. And while I'm doing this, could you please take a moment and share my video? If you share my video, it helps a lot. Trust me. Alright. I just want to be... I always hate doing this right at the beginning. It's like, let me zoom in. There we go. If you share the videos, it helps a lot. It's going to be a little crazy doing all these tiny little ridges. Yeah, when someone gives me a shout out like that, I like to return the favor, because that's what we do on YouTube as a community. It doesn't matter what type of channel it is, I still do that in return to help somebody out. It's getting harder for YouTubers to stay on YouTube to provide entertainment. You know, especially things like this you will not find on television. Stuff like I do every day, you will not find on TV. You want to slide this way when you're using the soldering iron. Now I would do one of those speed up processes where the camera goes real fast and all that stuff. I don't know, I just don't do that stuff. I have before done a time lapse of leather work, and a lot of people come into the room kind of like I said before, anyone can walk into the room at any time and say, hey man, have you thought about using a couch for, I just read this message, I didn't get to reply, but you ever thought about using an old couch and taking the leather from it? Yes, I've talked about that on the channel before. A lot of people have not had the opportunity to go back and watch my 700 videos I have, but for those that have, don't ask those questions, but you know, I just have to point them in the right direction. I still appreciate all the comments, and I still reply to every single one of them somehow. And I still get, you know, nasty people that are either, you know, jealous or hate themselves or whatever it is. And a lot of people don't know things about me too that I've said before when I've done like my zombie series and things like that. I had the opportunity, you know, while I was in the Marine Corps that I actually got to experience Alice packs and from the waist pistol carry and things like that. You know, you had that dumb green rubber holster. Everybody remembers those. And then the Marine Corps transitioned to drop leg and things like that. And then on deployment, everyone got to wear their pistol right on their chest rig. And, you know, a lot of stuff got changed the whole time I was in. But I had the opportunity to experience so many different platforms of, military rigs. I mean, a lot's changing now. A lot's changing every single day. The Marine Corps is doing so much different stuff. Yeah, with this stuff here. All right, so with this, just take your time. You know, like I've said a million times, because you press too hard, you'll bend the point on this thing, and then if you get in a hurry, you'll end up with craziness. It's okay. You want it to look like the way I'm doing this. I'm not concerned about it being perfect, and there's a reason for that. So I want it to look a certain way. You can hear my kids in the background. They're over there fighting over Lego blocks. That's what they do. Let's see. Space that out. See, I try and change it so it doesn't look exactly like the original, and it helps by doing it this way. And see, I'm almost done. I've just got just a couple more spots. The tree, and doing the dots is real easy. Just dot all the way around, just like this. Boom. Boom. Oh man, my sassy boo-boo bear. Charlie, you're mean. Charlie's gotten pretty good about saying the blessing. He wants to say it every night. Now the girls are wanting to say it, and now I've got little baby Ellie saying the blessing every night. It's pretty funny. They've listened to me say it for so long. Now they want to do it. It's one thing that we always do. Someone was saying, like, they were going to a night service. I think that was BG Prepper said he was going to a night service. It one of these things, like I was telling him, that it's gotten into a habit. Every Sunday, it's just a habit. I crank the truck, warm it up, and I'll throw chunk your kids in there, right? And then the main point of it, I want them to have social skills. I want my kids to go to Sunday school classes so that they can get some social skills, talk to other kids, and their teachers are really nice. Everyone there is really nice. Everyone thinks I'm comic relief. They actually get mad if I don't show up. I can't make it to every class. Sometimes something comes up and keeps me from it, like someone's sick, or I gotta stay home with one of the kids. It's about the only reason I would miss. It's turning out pretty good. I thought this would be cool. It might make for a little bit longer video, but at least you get to see me actually doing it instead of, this part here, it's kind of hard to do this, kind of flip. It's got that arch in it. It's kind of, and you have to be able to see the lines. So you kind of go sideways there. Just like that. Might be a little squiggly. It's alright. Just hang in there. Like Bob Ross of prepping. I remember somebody called me that. It says, dude, you like the Bob Ross of prepping? Oh yeah. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I'm going to be chatting with Jim Cobb. He writes books. I don't know how many of you know Jim Cobb. I'm going to be chatting with Jim Cobb. Thanks to Rob Painless. I'm trying to get him in one of my live streams, one of the podcasts. So we'll all get to get a little panel together and pick his brain. Because he is very, very awesome dude to talk to. So now let's go down. Try to screw this up. It's a little bit difficult there. There we go. Let's just go ahead and get this back part done. Boom. Boom. And, you know, it always looks rough at first. You know, you're looking at this now, you know, some of you that never seen anything done like this. Because everybody, you know, you never know who's going to walk in the room, right? But it always looks rough at first until I put the, you know, clean up on it at the end. And, you know, just put my dye and everything in place. Alright, let's go ahead and do our tick marks here. If you're having trouble making marks, you can always clean the tip of this off and it will start to improve. And this isn't going to look perfect, but I'm always looking for new ideas to do. That's pretty cool, huh? You dig it? I dig it. I'm rocking that. I'm going to attempt to use a straight edge because I want to put one of my little logos on here. You just line this up. This is how you do a straight edge if you want to put something straight on here. I'm going to put one of my little logo doodads on here that I like. That doesn't have to be perfect. I just like it because it gives some sort of a blueprint style to it. This symbol has meaning. Has a meaning to me. Style needle I'm going with, or one of these pressed together that comes with it. Let me zoom in, sorry about that. There you go. Like this, and then you press the thread between that and just pull out some. You want to get plenty of thread for stitching this thing up because it's going to take quite a bit to get all the way around this thing. So it's going to take time to do this one. Alright. Get all your thread, and then you take it, find the end, marry your two ends up. Yeah, I'm using a lot of thread. But yeah, just like this. And I don't have to tie that or anything because I just stitch it into itself. I just bring it all the way down, just like that, and then just let that dangle. Then you take this guy here, and what you do is you slip it into it, just like that, and then snap. It should snap together. Yeah. If not, everyone always loves that, right? Let's take some pliers. Fix that problem. There you go. And that's how you do that. Alright, now I've got this set up and I should be able to start stitching. All I got to do now is flip this over. I got to figure out what side I want that on. And I'm going to lay this down first. Just like that. Right over the top. And then this here. And then you want to go ahead and put this in the place it's going to be. So the best way of doing this is to just start from the bottom. See how I've got all these layers I've got to stitch? The best part is just start from the bottom and come in from the inside. Get that first one ran through just like that, and then find your next hole here, next hole, then your next hole, then your next hole, and then your last hole, which is the actual thick piece of leather, and then just pull that through just like that. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and start across the bottom here. And now that I've got the bottom locked in place, you're just going to do, this is just the first pass. Now the rest of it's all lined up perfect, so the rest of it's going to be sewing a lot easier. But you've still got one more pass because you've got that space between there, so you got to go back and stitch reverse. So you're going forward, then you're going reverse, and getting them all filled in. I'll show you when I get to that point. Now I'm going to start going back around where these holes are, going through, if you can see that. And this will see, you've got that gap there. Now I'm closing the gap. And then the same with this side, just like this. Bring that through. Very time consuming, but worth it because you end up with nice stitches. Alright. Done. Ta-da. Nice wallet. You could leave it like that if you wanted to, but I'm going to dye it. That's what I do. Alright, and don't forget, if you go over to 180-second ideas, be sure to tell them I said hi, I guess. Something like that. Yeah, once you wear this in your back pocket for a while, it'll start to blend really good. It doesn't rub off. It polishes it somehow. I don't know how it works. It works. Just does. It's like a posi track rear in a Plymouth. You know what I mean? I don't know how it works. It just does. Right. All right. Do I have another sponge? There we go. That's it'll work. Go over this one last time here. Alright, just give this a minute and this should pop right out. You just got to get in this darker spots here. This is just what I do. And then I go around the stitches just like that. Bam. Alright, looks like it dried. It's nice. It's got a nice feel to it. I like that. That is pretty cool. Now, the inside here, and you got all your pockets, just like any other wallet. Well, actually, you got a few more than you normally would have. You've got a whole section in here. You can stuff. You've got stuff pockets here, And then you got your section for your money. Folds up, looks just like that. You'd carry that around, wouldn't you? So please, pretty please, with sugar on top and a cherry. All right, check it out and share my videos. Right, share them. It's getting harder to stay on here. I'm just telling you. All right, thank you guys for watching, guys and gals. I love you. God bless you, and take it easy. Rainbows and unicorns and all of this stuff, and Care Bears.